Hey everybody, Gunner Bird here. It's Tuesday again, so that means...
No storage place.
Talk. That's jive talk for marijuana.
Nudity on slick paper.
Blah, 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 blah. It means we're talking about gun safety.
Oh, what a lovely time to talk about it. Because chances are, by the time this airs, there's probably been 6,000 or 7,000 more killings with guns. And that's per minute in this country, for the love of fuck.
So anyway, I don't even know what the title of this is, technically. That just says Gun Safety 1996.
Yeah, gun safety.
I can't really put a title up there.
Gun safety.
So there's something up there.
Yeah, with fucking Rick Rude's brother.
Well, we'll get into all that, because first it starts off with this disclaimer talking about how it's based on real events and blah, blah, fucking blah. It's not intended, you know.
Pro-gun or anti-gun.
Yeah, and it's not supposed to be a substitute for real life training.
Nah, it's just supposed to be just, you know,
entertainment,
common sense type training.
Edutainment.
Edutainment.
I mean, I kind of found this fucking video pretty goddamn entertaining.
Oh yeah,
I fucking enjoyed the shit out of it.
With stiffer mixing.
So anyway,
never mind.
We cut to these kids play fighting.
I'm Jackie Chan.
I'm Jackie Chan.
I'm Jackie Chan. He knees him in the kid's balls like twice. He was like, bah! And I was like, was Jackie Chan really like a ball kicker?
So kid goes out,
Oh, get you.
grabs the shotgun, and says this.
Karate chop this.
Karate chop this, motherfucker! And then he shoots his fucking friend!
Yeah, friend's like, no, that might be loaded. And
he doesn't shoot him. This happens.
Well, the screen goes white.
And there's a little gunshot.
And it's like, what, you want people to be afraid of it, and you give this little pop gun. But yeah, anyway, that gun probably would have took that whole kid's half body off. But being as close as they were. But he said some crazy shit like, he's like, what, you can't handle this? And I was like, wait a minute.
No, he said, karate chop this.
Whatever.
But I
he
just
said something else too.
No, I don't think, whatever, I don't know.
Well, it doesn't matter, but whatever. Yeah. Anyway, the point is, look at that kid's fucking eyes. He's crazy already.
Trish said he looked like a little junior Farva.
But crazy.
So, we cut to Major Gun McBeard Pants here.
Oh
I mean,
God.
Fuck, dude. I mean, he rests his fucking arm up here on his fucking gun. His gun goes from here down to his fucking knee. It's bigger than that gun that the little guy had in the organization.
I was like, how the fuck does he get that thing out of his holster? He's like,
he'd have a harder time getting out of his holster than Jack Nicholson did in Batman '89.
He'd probably pull the trigger guard would go off on his armpit and he'd shoot himself.
But anyway, he's walking through a cemetery and he's going to tell us some shit.
Hello, my name is Jim Hodges. For over 27 years in the military and police work, I've seen gun violence in about every way you can see it. I have a passion about firearm safety.
The chances are I put at least 6 or 7 of these people in the ground with my big old trusty hog. You know, try to pull it out. God damn it.
So now he introduces Dan West.
I want to introduce you to a friend. He's made it his personal commitment to educate all persons about firearm safety. He currently holds seminars on firearm safety across the nation. His name is Dan West.
And now we get some older footage of Dan West, right?
Serving as a bodyguard to high-ranking government and corporate officials, as well as 2 combat tours as a United States Marine and champion shooter.
And then we get to see him nowadays, and he looks like Rick Rude's little fucking brother, Rick Prude.
Rick Prude with a fucking yardstick shoved all the way up.
Dude, I mean, he's so...
Dude, he cannot...
With that fucking hair and that fucking mustache. Oh my God.
And I have the biggest set of balls on my chin.
But he's in this gun store talking about fucking guns. Here.
Stiffly.
Thanks, Gabriel, for the child safety case. This will work just fine for my gun.
Thanks, Dan. Come back and see us again.
Hello, my name is Dan West, and I would like to help you become more familiar with and understand the need for gun safety. It is a fact that guns have been a part of our society since this country was first settled, as well as when the United States was conceived, and they have been used to preserve our freedom as well.
Hey, Bird, can you pass the gun safety test?
Maybe.
It just came up there.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Chances are yes. And the biggest thing is common sense.
Yeah.
Don't want to be shot by a gun? Don't go around gun. It's that simple.
The worst one is the couple at the grocery store, but we'll get into that one fucking later.
Don't go to areas where guns go off normally.
We cut to Rick Prude here, and he's talking to this class, which I'm sure there's nobody in this fucking room, right? And he gives us the 5 rules to gun safety. Let's let Rick Prude stiffly tell us those 5 rules.
There are 5 basic safety rules that everyone needs to know whether they own a gun or not. And they are: number 1, never point a gun at anything you do not intend to destroy. Number 2, never touch the trigger. The gun might go off. Number 3, guns are always loaded. Always. Even if you know it's unloaded, you should treat the gun as if it is loaded. Number 4, never mix drugs and alcohol with guns. Ever. They don't mix. And number 5, always be cautious of the way other people handle guns. You may not get a second chance.
If I blink, I might break something.
So we cut to this old cop, right? They introduce him.
Former Marine combat veteran, over 30 years in law enforcement, and still holds a Master Peace Officer license, and police firearms instructor for over 25 years.
Rick Prude looks like a psycho. You know, he looks like...
He doesn't blink much.
Does he not look like the type that you would see in a mugshot? It was like he killed 13 people, you know, before he was finally caught.
He probably did kill 13 people, but he's got his badge to fucking cover that shit. I need to stop that. For real.
Not all cops do that.
I know. It's a fucking joke.
It's a bunch of douchebag cops. You know, that other good cops need to start fucking calling.
But anyway, cutting back to old cop here, he talks about kids and getting hurt by guns and blah, 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 blah.
If you're a parent, it is your responsibility, whether you own guns or not, to teach your children about firearm safety. We read about and hear about every day where children have been injured, schools, and drive-by shootings, innocent victims.
So now we cut to this mother of this kid and his little girlfriend. I mean, she's quite young to be hanging out with this boy.
Sally, I'm gonna call your mom and see if you can stay and play, okay?
But anyway,
but I was confused. I thought it was her kid. Then she gets on the phone and says, "I'm gonna see if you're allowed to stay."
Well,
I mean, if I was the parent, I'd be on the other line. But what the fuck are you doing with my kid in your apartment?
The kid wants to play cops and robbers, but she doesn't because, well, here.
Because guns are bad and they kill people.
Guns are scary.
So whatever.
That's about accurate. Eh?
They play hide and seek.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
So she goes to hide in a closet.
Right.
Touches a gun.
Oh, she
lightly.
She didn't even pull the trigger. None. She grabbed that handle.
And it just boom kills her. Well, no, it shoots her, and then we see her being taken to the hospital, alive, not wounded, really.
Right. Well, the one cop who kept cutting in and out.
The old cop.
The old cop. Yeah, right.
So we cut inside, and he's inside.
He's inside at the doorway, and I'm assuming the parents are probably in the room at the time.
The doctor comes out.
Doctor comes out and goes, "Sorry, I'm a sad, pathetic piece of shit. Sorry, excuse for a doctor, I failed."
So they roll her corpse out. And he says some shit.
Parents, whether you own a gun or not, you're responsible to make sure that tragedies like this don't happen.
He's talking about it. The parents are right around. He's like, "Hey, if those parents have been around or some shit," I don't know what he said. You know, as parents, you got to be careful. Not be fucking stupid and just leave your kids lying around, hanging around with guns and shit. Sorry about your lies.
So we cut to Rick Prude in the playground, and he's saying some shit.
Stiffly.
It's never too early to learn about gun safety. It applies to everyone. Let's see how this education can be useful.
He looks like he needs to take a mean shit. I'm afraid he'd crack his back.
Well, dude, I'm telling you, man, I guarantee that dude does not sit down to poop. He fucking straight up just stays standing straight up.
And he goes, floop.
And it just,
floop, right into the fucking toilet. Floop.
His sphincter is squeezed so tight, man. I'm telling you, it probably just comes out like spaghetti thickness. It's like 7 foot long, but it's so thin. It's like, and it makes a whistling sound that comes out.
It gets higher as it goes. The higher pitch. He's like, it comes all the way out. Oh, if my sphincter wasn't needle thin.
So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, we cut to this couple right there in a Kroger's parking lot.
Kroger's.
And they borrowed a friend's car, and they find guns in the trunk. I'm just gonna let this play for a minute.
This is awesome.
Oh my gosh,
What?
he's got guns in there.
I didn't even know he had any guns.
We'll just not touch them. They might be loaded. Let's put the groceries in the back seat.
The back seat's full of clothes. Looks like we're gonna have to put them in the trunk. It's okay. I'll move them.
What do you know about guns?
I play with them all the time on my computer.
Oh, great.
What?
These are real guns, Dave.
So?
So they're not toy guns. They're real.
Oh.
It's like, seriously, dude. Don't touch the trigger, don't point it. Just fucking move it.
Anybody that fucking stupid, they see a gun. What do we do with it? Well, I would first make sure this.
Well, anyway, his girlfriend, her and her mom watched this safety video earlier that week, so she'll take care of it.
Said not to point them at anyone. And it said don't touch the trigger because all guns are always loaded. There. Nobody hurt.
I think you
by moving them 3 inches down.
You should have enough common sense not to pick it up and put the barrel in front of your face and put, maybe we uncock it this way. Pull the trigger while I do this. Go.
But I mean, was it really necessary to move them at all? Because she moved them 3 inches.
Yeah. He could have done that. I mean, she would have been like, come on, fucking pussy, just pull him back.
Well, I mean, but whatever.
If it shoots your friend's car, fuck him. It's his fault.
So we cut to a very, very, very stiff, intense fucking Dick Rude. I mean, Rick Prude.
The dude, he's sitting at that. Was he at the kitchen table or something?
No, I don't think so.
Because he was like, he couldn't even put his fucking arm. He couldn't even put his arm. Dude, he can't bend anything. He just.
So, blah, blah, fucking blah, we get the 5 rolls again. Over top of Little Farva.
Right, with his anger face.
So, we cut to this couple.
I'm not really afraid of guns anymore at this point. I'm just afraid of fat, scary-eyed kids. You know what I mean? Yeah, you see a fat, crazy-eyed kid, fucking run.
So, we cut to this couple going through his mom's stuff after her funeral.
Right.
I think Mom's funeral went well, don't you?
Yes, I do. I feel kind of creepy going through her belongings like this.
I know. I feel like a thief or something.
Well, at least she lived a long life. She's got a great son to be proud of.
She couldn't have asked for a better daughter-in-law than you.
And so, guess what? They find a gun on top of her Bible.
Right.
And of course, they are fucking scared bitches too. Here.
What was Mom doing with the gun?
Is it loaded?
I don't know. Maybe we better call someone?
Well, we don't even know anyone who has a gun.
And it looks like it looks like the grown-up version of that kid, the teacher that had an affair.
And I love how like they bring up this video as well. They're like, do you remember that video we watched with the kids?
Remember that video that we bought for the kids about gun safety?
Yes.
Well, it said, leave the gun alone and don't touch it.
Well, how are we supposed to do that? We're supposed to have the place cleaned out for the realtor.
We'll clean another part of the house and we'll call the police.
Yeah. We should go clean another room and call the police. Well, the police comes in, and they're just as awkward as the fucking couple. Here's some of this dialogue.
Oh, look, detective, it is a gun.
Sir, the gun was loaded. You did the right thing by calling us and not touching it at all. Most people think that they know how to handle guns from watching TV.
Well, I don't know anything about guns. Matter of fact, I'm surprised Mom even had a gun in the house.
I love the way, they're holding each other. This is fucking awesome. It was like, dude, I've been with my wife for like 14 fucking years. I don't think I've ever held her like that.
No, I mean, in fact, if we did, that would scream hostage. I would be looking into her eyes and making sure everything's okay. Blink once for okay. But the cops, they pick the gun up and they're looking at it and everything like, look, it is a gun. Yes, you have one on you. It's a gun, yes.
So the cop leaves and the couple says this.
I'm glad we brought that safety video for the family. Never thought we had to use it.
Remember that video that we watched before that told us not to grab gun and put it in my meeting? Yes, I remember.
So we cut to Major Gun McBeard Pants here, and he's saying stuff like, guns aren't negative, blah, blah, fucking blah.
Many times we see guns as a negative part of our society because of the negative ways that we see guns being used. With proper gun safety education, these negligent accidents don't have to occur.
And then we cut to this old guy, right?
You put that thing up, it makes me nervous.
And he's playing with a gun like he's a fucking kid.
Like an idiot.
And his wife's
just
bitching at him.
trying to read a cookbook or whatever. Make some of them taters he likes, and he's like, look, Martha, brr, 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 brr.
Why are you so nervous? It's empty now.
Oh, I wish you'd put that thing up and stop pointing at everything.
I told you it was unloaded.
And ends up shooting her, apparently.
Yeah, with the white denim.
Like, so even old people can be just as fucking dumb. This is common sense.
So this is where fucking Rick Prude is sitting at the kitchen table, stiff as fuck, not blinking, saying some bullshit.
Not knowing how to operate a gun not only endangers yourself, but those around you as well. Our education about the effects of drugs and alcohol while driving or operating machinery has taught us that they do not mix. Don't mix drugs and alcohol with guns. Don't even think about it.
He scared the shit out of me in that scene, He was just like, I don't think I can get my eyes that wide, his fucking eyes pierces right through your soul. I'm sure that's the last look all his victims saw, too.
So, we cut to these three dudes fucking drinking and partying and whatnot. And like most parties, what happens? Dude pulls out a gun, they start wrestling around with it, and one dude gets shot.
Yeah, here, grab the tip and we'll wrestle it back and forth. Ha, 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 ha. Me personally, when you watch that, you're like, fuck them. They're fucking stupid. They need to go. We don't want dumb ones like that around.
Well,
what they'll do to the rest of us?
Speaking of dumb ones, we cut to these two guys trying to climb over this fence with their guns. And of course, one dude ends up shooting himself.
You don't want those guys. Look, the military don't want them, and society don't want them.
Well, dude, it's not that hard. They could have just been like, well, I climbed this fence, dude. No, you don't want to throw your gun. I mean, you'd be like, hey, dude, I'm going to climb this fence. You hold my gun, right? And then after I'm over, you hand me the guns, and you climb the fence.
Intelligent. But what they keep showcasing is all these dumb fucking, they grew up beside septic tanks too much their entire life and ate paint chips. They go like, hey, I know what I can do. I will shoot myself in the ass and it will shoot me up over the fence. What? Blah! Ah! Just like, yeah. So that's how.
Did you just slam your head off the wall?
But that's how dumb these people are.
So.
And I prove it by smashing my head into the wall.
We cut to the three cops in the fucking cemetery and they're giving their wrap up and stuff.
This place does not discriminate, and neither does the gun.
Between us we have over 100 years of firearm safety. I know you've heard it before, but you never hear it too often.
And then credits.
We collectively have put most people in here, And then after the movie cut, 10 minutes afterwards, you guys had an argument about guns, ended up killing each other.
So the credits come up, and I'm like, oh yeah, Texas. I knew this was in Texas before I knew this was in Texas.
Yeah, the star's not so bright. I kind of fucked up that song, but
okay. So anyway, I have nothing.
Yeah, neither do I, apparently. Don't listen to me, Texas.
So on that note, for Gunner and Bird, we'll see you next week. The stars at night are big and bright.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
It is a fact that we cannot dismiss that guns are a part of our society and will be well into the future. If you believe that because you do not own a gun, that you don't need to know about them, I ask you to consider this. Why do you look both ways before you cross the street? Because of the other car, correct?
Yeah, that was. So what are your thoughts on the gun control, gun everything?
We've talked about it numerous times. I said you don't really need fully automatic fucking killing machines.
I don't think so. I don't think you need to walk down the street with an M60.
Like I said, I own a gun. I'm fine with guns, but you really don't need fucking 80 of them.
It's here. If some shit goes down, I can come back for it. Oh no, alien invasion. I can go get my gun.
I feel no reason to open carry and fucking shit. Be like,
not that fucking shit.
Wah, everywhere I go.
You couldn't walk all bow-legged. You don't have to, but just do it anyway. Yeah. But yeah, you could carry a hog like that fucking sheriff, dude. Goddamn things up to here, and he's like, check this out. There we go. There. Yeah! Why do you need that much gun, really? So you can blow your fucking own hand off?
To overcompensate for not having much gun where it counts.
I shoot blanks, but not with this one. Yeah. Alright.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Yeah, me too. But I did enjoy that because the fucking acting was super fucking cheesy and super awesome.
The acting was on par to what we wanted.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Just think, I almost suggested I almost said Italian Spider-Man, Japanese Spider-Man Episode 3.
I want to do that someday.
It's been a long time. And that's the last one we have. The last I said we would do 3. Oh, dude, we've never gone back and done fucking Kid Video Episode 2. Was that Kid Video? Yeah, that was the name of that show, yeah. Because wasn't that our first Happy Craptastic was fucking Kid Video, I think?
Yeah.
And however many years later, we still never went back. Let me give you a hint. Episode 2's nowhere close to as fun as Episode 1.
I can only imagine.
It really doesn't matter where you live. In the big metropolitan cities or in America's farmland. Guns are everywhere. It's your responsibility to educate your children about firearm safety. I ask you to consider the consequences of letting the television and the newspapers educate your children about firearm safety.
I know, let's have Leia fly in the space. Like, can people breathe in space? No.
He can.
What's so special about Leia?
Ow.
It's Leia. Princess Leia. She flies. It's like, okay, well, whatever. And Poe and them don't even question it. She just gets on board and they're like, oh, everybody's in a panic. I'm like, calm down, dude. Obviously, she had the power to bring herself from space into the ship. She's fine. She don't need you guys fucking drooling on her and shit. But yeah, I probably would have, my thing would have, I don't know, I'm taking this off. I was good. But my thing would have probably been like, bitch, why didn't you use any of this fucking shit before?
I know.
Fucking goddamn it. Everybody's fucking dead? You fly? You fly? You fly? Nothing. I didn't see you go and bring something to you at never one point. Your old ass hips. You kept getting up and grabbing shit. You could have been like, when no one's watching. I was watching. So all these people died because powerful ass Princess Leia was just too good.
Conveniently, she had powers one time in the fucking movie.
I'd have been so pissed off. I had friends on that ship, you fucking bitch.
My wife and I, we bought a gun safety video for our kids because their friends' parents have guns in the house, and we wanted them to be equipped with the proper knowledge.
It's a good thing that you did. Most parents are not responsible about gun safety as they should be. I can't tell you how many times I've seen accidents that could have been avoided if just some basic gun safety rules had been followed.
Thank you, officer, for coming.
No problem.
I'm glad we brought that safety video for the family. Never thought we'd have to use it.